did a jazz dance to it. I was like 10. Your guys' game looks dope, by the way.
Looks terrifying, and I'm not going to play it.
I'm not like a big horror person, and I'm going to play your game, so just so you know. And I'm going to review it on my YouTube, too.
I'm really bad at horror games. I like horror movies, just the games like freak me out. I can't do it. Just watching the trailer, I was like freaked out. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's super good.
Well, it took quite a bit of work to get it right. Well, as right as it could be gotten. We'd love for you to review the game once it's out.
I will, 100%.
We'll make sure to send you some material so you can review at your leisure.
So I can cheat. Just kidding. Totally kidding.
I can totally make a video of me jumping 1,000 times because that's.
Welcome everybody to LORT Live, episode 83. You are listening to pre-show rambles. I know you guys can hear us, and we see you.
We have a public demo available. I don't know if you know this, but you can play it whenever you want.
Sorry, Pink, we cannot mute the mics, but it's okay. We know you can hear us.
You love our voice. Don't even lie. Voices.
Nah.
Daju, welcome. Piss Barrel, welcome. Pink wants the demo. I hear you, Pink. You all want the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I look like a bee in this picture.
We will be starting in less than 30 seconds. So get your tweets out, guys. Remember, giveaways start at 20 people in chat. Get those tweets out. Tag us. If you want to be able to pick the pre-show music selection for next week, tag us on Twitter.
I can't post this picture.
That looks so good, though.
I look horrible.
Oh, they just announced the division. I called it.
Hey, Beryl, if you check out down in the Twitch information of the guests for this evening, you will see which game we're referring to. Or you could wait another 30 seconds and we'll be live, and I'll tell you.
Data for the division will officially be January 28th.
That's soon, dude.
On Xbox One, January 29th on PS4 and PC, and ends on the 31st. Aw, man, I'm gonna be at PAX all weekend.
Why would they do it the weekend of PAX when no one's home?
Because they're stupid.
Those of you that are in chat, please turn off your ad blocker. Remember, every commercial that runs on this channel donates a small percentage, probably like 5% of the commercial revenue to our scholarship foundation. Thank you so much for doing that in advance.
Man, why do they always do this to me?
Because I know you want to play it.
I know. They're like, you should have used your alpha code. I was like, nah, I was busy for alpha too. I don't remember what it was. I don't know, Christmas time. And I was exhausted and they couldn't play it.
Not every gamer lives in their parents' basement and plays games all day. I wish.
Yeah, sorry, Nibbler. It's first world problems. I'm complaining I'll be at PAX when I get to not play the division. I'll play a lot of fun other games. I could always bring my Xbox, but I bet
that would be hardcore.
Earth to Holly Ann.
Yes.
If I didn't have a PAX, I totally would have.
What are we earthing me about?
I'm prepping you guys because I'm starting the show.
I'm ready. I was putting a pre-tweet out.
It's okay. I didn't know if you could hear me because I can't tell if my mic's working or not because I can't see it. How is so photogenic?
No, no, this picture is not.
All right, here we go. I'm running it, and we're ready. It's so strange because I'm looking at two different screens.
Whoa.
is, but I need you to haul ass to Mr. Husher's place immediately. The man's gone dark, and at the university they know jack shit about what he's up to. Ask his wife, his kids, or whoever you need to if he's not at home. We need to find him.
Hello? Is anybody home? Mr. Husher?
Thank you for supporting the organization. So, thanks.
And there we are. Hello, hello. Welcome to LORT Nation, Ladies of the Roundtable Live, or LORT Live for short. This is episode 83. 83, almost in the can. And let me see. I think Tiff's here.
I'm here. I'm here. Hi.
Holly Ann is here.
Hello.
And Pixie is, once again, AFK Cupcake. That's all
Delicious
you need to know.
cupcake.
Delicious cupcake. Next week, we may have a different flavor or a whole new host. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And special guest tonight, the man of the hour, and we were talking before chat about a specific game. So Carlos is here. I think. Wait, he's over there. I think you're above me.
Yeah, he's next to you. He's in the
next-
center.
Okay, left or right?
He's next to you.
We'll just do this.
You keep pointing this direction.
We'll just do
Yeah.
this.
Yes,
Way.
it's always to your right. I'm to
That
your
way.
far right.
All
and
right,
Tiff
so
below you.
Carlos is the one of the owners, and also Dev, if I'm not mistaken, of Song of Horror. Now, I know there's a lot of people in chat who love these types of games. I myself cannot play these types of games without getting scared. I'm gonna pee, you know what I'm saying? It just scares me. I can't. I'll scream like a girl. It's just not good. Again, I will play games on my stream that you guys gift me, and if this is one of the ones you want me to play, I'll do it under duress. And there will be some bloopers, and we'll have to bleep some things. But this is another game that you guys might be interested in. We figured we'd bring it to you and show you exactly what this is, how you can get your hands on it, and you can ask the devs the questions. I mean, come on, what more could you ask for? So, without further ado, let's get started in this episode. Let's start with some questions for Carlos. And Holly, what is the chat hashtag?
The boss over there wants me
some
to
more
thank
hosting.
you for
So
supporting
this hashtag
the
is very
organization.
special tonight, guys. So
thanks.
don't miss it. It is hashtag freaky, not freaky, freaky. So it's FREA. Wait, FREAKAY. Okay, so freaky. So that is our hashtag for tonight because we're talking about a freaky game. So you love it.
You love
So,
it. I like it.
My question, it's kind of a two-parter because I'm very cheap like that. So my first question is, I can imagine that there's so many difficulties that go into creating a game. So what would you say has been the biggest difficulty in the creation of Song of Horror thus far? And then what has been the most rewarding thing?
Well, I think it's hard to pick a specific difficulty because we've had plenty of them, so to speak. When we started developing the game, we had no idea. We haven't developed any game before, and we haven't even worked in the field before.
Wow.
So we started fresh as summer grass, you know. And first of all, well, not that we didn't have any background with the appropriate tools, or for example, in my case, in programming, but we hadn't done anything remotely close to developing a game, and from learning all the way from the ground up to solving the various difficulties, the various obstacles that we encountered along the way. Each and every one of them has been critical, and we hadn't overcome them, we wouldn't be here now, because we have encountered all sorts of issues, from financial issues, because we left our jobs in order to go full time, and as we started developing the game and learning, we had a looming clock ticking over our heads, the amount of funds that we had. And well, about the most rewarding part, I think it's whenever we overcome an obstacle that we didn't think it was possible for us to overcome. When we make the game do something that we could only dream of, which has happened a lot of times in the beginning, we were aiming for a much simpler game. Maybe even it was sort of like a tabletop game
The boss
made
over
into
there
a computer
wants
game.
me to
But
thank
as
you for
we
supporting
learned
the
and as we
organization.
progressed,
So, thanks.
we realized that we really could do so much more. And the process, all the learning and all the learning process that goes into, you know, changing your aim from a simple top-down tabletop like game to a full-fledged third-person survival horror. I think it has been priceless to see the game evolve as you imagined it, and getting close to the vision that we want to achieve.
That is so cool that it was a tabletop game that you guys then took and ran with it, and we're like, let's just go all out. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's the original idea was. I mean, it's not based on any tabletop game that exists, but our original idea was more like a game that looked like and played like a tabletop game, only in the computer, and it has evolved from that to what it is now. Once we realized that we could make it.
I love that. And someone asked, this kind of goes along with it. Pink let's see.
Panther.
Murderous Nibbler asked, is this going to be a multi-platform game? So are you guys thinking PC and then other platforms, or just PC?
No, it's going to be multi-platform. We have at the beginning it was going to be only for PC, but a local publisher showed interest in us, and we have signed a contract with them. So the game will also be available on PS4 and Xbox One.
So guys in the chat, I want you to know that this game was Kickstarter, right? They did crowdfunding for this game, and it's an indie. So you know how we love indies here. And Carlos, one of my questions is, now that you've been through the crowdfunding process and came out the other side, can you tell us, in your opinion, if it was worth the effort and the struggle, even though you've made your goal? Would you do it again?
We didn't meet our goal actually.
Oh, you did not?
No, we tried twice. We failed both times. One time it was the first time it was catastrophic failure. Second time we got much closer, but we didn't make it any of the times.
The
And
boss over
but
there wants me to thank you for supporting
yeah, it
the
was
organization. So
we didn't regret it
thanks.
at all because we got to push very, 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 very hard. We've been we launched our first Kickstarter campaign back in June, and by the end of June it had failed. Okay, then we were contacted by this publisher who told us, hey, you want to be in Madrid Games Week, which is the biggest event here in Spain. It's going to be from October 1 to 4. And we said, oh, yes. Okay, so you need to have a playable demo. And we were light years away from that. So we we went for it. We made it barely in time. I think we finished the demo like the day before. On September the 30th, and we were at the event. We prepared the second Kickstarter campaign. We launched it. Now we had the demo and people played, so they could give us invaluable feedback.
Boss
For
over
example,
there wants
we
me
were
to thank you
convinced
for
because
supporting
we
the
were
organization.
basically
So,
we were
thanks.
contaminated by our own development of the game, but the control system that we had was good and it was trash, and it took the people to play it and tell us, hey, this control system is horrible, you need to change it. And we did, and we iterated on it a lot, and I think it's very, very close to ideal now, but it's a tiny example of something that we couldn't have figured out without the help of the people, and that has proved to be a great help. Besides, even though we didn't make our goal, we obtained tangible proof that there is a market for this game. I mean, third-person classical style horror game hasn't really been done in a long, long time, and we were worried that maybe it hadn't been done for a reason. And we found out with the amount of support that we got that there is indeed a market niche for us to penetrate and to make ends meet when we finally launched the game. And none of that could have been done with if we hadn't launched our Kickstarter campaign and we hadn't talked to people and asked them what they thought and their opinions, and we hadn't released the demo to YouTubers and make them play it so we could watch their videos and realize, hey, this is a bug, this is a problem, they don't like this, they don't like that. In general, it has helped us a lot, even though we spent like 1 month for each Kickstarter campaign that we didn't really advance in development very much. It has been invaluable, I think.
Tiff, do you have a question, or is there more chat questions? I keep seeing them rolling through.
I have a couple questions. So I'm not sure if you've played these other games before, but did you play PT when it was available on PlayStation 4?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And have you played Evil Within?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. We normally have. Excuse me, sorry.
No, you're good. No, I just thought that they were when I was watching the trailer, like there's a couple scenes like with the hallway and stuff that immediately reminded me of PT and how scared I was when I was going through the hallway. I was like, whoa, not this feeling again. I don't
compare it's great praise. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, because I mean, and that's what I got from the trailer, and I was like, wow, this looks like it's along the lines of that, except it's something that, coming from an indie, it's going to be a lot of fun too. And then like Evil Within was kind of scary too. It just had a lot of grotesque, like creepy things into it. That one was more, I feel like, visual. Yeah. And then so far, what I've seen in your trailer is it's just spooky, like creepy things, like with the hands coming out of the shadows. Like I think that's what got me. And I was like, oh
That's the
man.
kind of fear we want to have in our game. We have played Evil Within. We liked it. It was a good game, but well, we are veterans of the horror genre, and the Evil Within didn't really scare us. It grossed us out sometimes, but it didn't scare us. I mean, it's more butchery than real terror.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that front, because with that one there was a lot of brutal, grotesque stuff in it. But was I scared? A handful of times, like jump scares and stuff. But with PT, I was just psychologically terrified, and that's why as soon as I saw your trailer, I'm like, oh man, people are gonna love this game because it reminded me so much of that. So I think that's really phenomenal. What are some of like your favorite horror games or movies or anything that's kind of inspired you guys to scary movies like all the time? Be like, I need to get some more inspiration. I'm gonna watch this movie. I mean, I'm sure there's classics because we're in different countries, so I'm sure you guys have a whole other set of classic horror movies than what American horror has. So what do you have? What would be your recommendation, or what do you love? Stuff like that.
Actually, we love horror in all its incarnation, so to speak. We have our biggest inspiration for Song of Horror has been the classic Alone in the Dark, the 1981, or it was 1991, 1991, I think. It was the original Alone in the Dark. Hello there.
Yeah, she always likes to see what we're doing, who we're talking to. She's like, hey.
So guys, I'm going to throw up Song of Horror's website and their Twitter. Here's some of the great places that you can make sure you're informed to know when the game is fully launched and or when they start doing giveaways, because don't forget, you may be able to win a key or two, either here or over there. So be on the lookout. Fatal Alone in the Dark. So, hey Tiff, why don't you go ahead and hit chicken with chat real quick? I'm going to queue up some more of these social media links while we got a little bit of time.
Currently unavailable. Please try again later.
Oh, okay, unavailable.
Thanks. Yeah, okay. Sup, people in the chat.
We love you. Yo, some regulars in there.
I can see if it's working for me sometimes. It's working for me.
It again. Oh, I got it up now. Let's see. We've got, oh man, yeah, this is a fun.
Go for it.
Oh, Mr. J is in the house. We also got Lucario 030.
Ek again.
Ek? Oh, that's a good way to pronounce it. I was thinking of like Eric. I bet you it's Eric. That's Daju. Daju. Reese Steffer 1, Top Lofty. We've also got, of course, Pink, Murderous Nibbler, Infected Viper, Holly-Ann, Fatal Rain, Aegon, Ladies of the Round. So tell your friends, sweet tweets, get us everybody out here. Yeah,
currently, I think I see 14 people in chat. At 20 people, we start giveaways.
The boss over there
There goes another
wants me to
host.
thank you for supporting the organization.
Oh, oops, I'm not
thanks.
hosting.
Oh, Mr. J with the sub. Thank you so much for subbing to the channel. And Reese is the newest member of our Ladies of the Round Table or LORT Nation stream team. So welcome, Reese, to the stream team.
Totally messed that one up. My bad.
No worries.
Why I don't do that. I'm just like,
right. Everybody has to get a try at it. Don't worry, we'll mix it up each week. So we got another great question from Murder. We'll throw it up in the question
boss
crew,
over there
worry. And I think
wants me to
Tiff's
thank you
post
for
coming right
supporting
through
the
right now.
organization.
Yep.
So thanks.
Thank you so much. Thanks for throwing up those Phoenix guys. Oh, Mr. J, you are a LORT legend. Don't forget it. Tiff, I forgive you.
That's right. You should forgive me.
I forgive you. So Holly, you got another question?
Can I ask Carlos another question quick?
You sure can.
Because I feel like I didn't get enough horror out of you.
Go for it.
What other movies and things and stuff, like, is there certain music that you listen to that just gets, because like I've been slowly going to the darker side of some of my music and just like getting really haunting brutal music going
on. There are a lot of sources to to our inspiration for Song of Horror. In games, there was Alone in the Dark, then the old Resident Evil and Silent Hill titles. In literature, we have inspired ourselves most of all in the works of Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft, which we the latter more than Poe. We love the kind of incomprehensible antediluvian horror that Lovecraft created, and we kind of want to inspire the same kind of eldritch fear that it's like you fear something that you don't understand, that is way too big for you, that you don't even know where it comes from. It's not even of this world.
Yeah.
That's the kind of sensation, the utterly incomprehensible. It's kind of fear that we want the player to think, I'd rather be dead than face this.
Whenever I think of like truly horror like kind of stuff, I always think of like Geiger. Like how could you not think of his work and how his like stuff is so out of this world and like crazy and creepy looking. So like I try to like get like if I'm ever doing stuff that like because I do art and I do paintings and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll look at a lot of images from that stuff. And then there's a Japanese artist that does some mangas, and I can't remember his name. But he has some really really iconic stuff that a lot of people would probably recognize if they saw it. I can't remember his name right now.
Japanese artist.
Yeah. He's a manga artist, and he does like horror comics, and they're phenomenal. Like eyeball melting ghosts and all kinds of really cool stuff. I'll think of it and I'll get you to it because the artwork is amazing.
It will be great. For the drawings, we have taken an interest in the pictures of Edward Gorey. Which, for example, there are in the demo, you can pick up a couple of haikus, which have a haiku and then a drawing that we inspired ourselves in Gorgory's work to paint them. Our artist did, and we love that creepy, smiley child. I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, are there creepy children in the game?
Creepy what?
Are there any creepy children in the game?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. That's like my number one fear is creepy children.
I don't know what to say, but if you're thinking about, children like the Ring movie.
Yeah.
No.
Anything in like a small child form. I don't know if anybody out there is watching Ash vs. Evil Dead right now. One of the episodes has like this disgusting little child monster, and it was the creepiest freaking thing that I'd seen. And like anytime there's children and they're just like creepy, I'm like, whoa, get them away from me. I don't know if it's like a mom thing now because I'm terrified my child's gonna turn into a monster and be terrified, or if it's just like children really creep me out that bad.
I don't think it's just a mom thing. I think they freak the hell out of us all.
That's your next game. Gary's children coming from the dark. They just make it a whole game of terrifying ghost children. They just chase you all over and spit up and throw up all over you.
Oh, come on.
We've heard the Fatal Frame saga too. They were pretty abundant there.
It'll be a different kind. It'll be a different genre.
A lot of people in chat have been asking specifics about the game, such as the game style, the gameplay, what's the base of the game about.
Yes, sorry.
So I'm going to just read this short excerpt we have. Song of Horror is a story-driven third-person survival horror, which you play 16, yes I said it, 16 different characters. Can you imagine? You're going to be playing this game for a long time, right? You're not going to get bored because you've got 16 different characters to choose from. So Carlos, one of the things that intrigues me about this, not to mention it's horror, and I just generally don't play these types of games, but 16 different characters. Are these characters customizable? Do I get to, create a different character out of 16 molds? How does that work with 16?
No, there are 16 different defined characters.
Okay. And are they of different races, or are they all human? I know we've
Yes, they are men and women from a huge variety of backgrounds and ethnicities. I mean, just like a snapshot of the real world, you know.
Okay.
And
And you can play male or female? Good question there, Pink.
sorry, what?
Can you play as a male or female, or is it a default just one
There
sex?
are male and female characters.
Awesome.
For example, the protagonist character, the one protagonist is male, but you don't get to play as the protagonist very often. In fact, it's the protagonist in a sense that the story spins around him, not that you play him very much. In fact, you will seldom play. Most of the time you will be playing as the other 15 playable characters. The game is divided into chapters. In each chapter, you can pick at the beginning between a number of characters. For example, in the first chapter, in the first chapter there are 4 characters. I think there's there are four characters, and you pick one. And this game features permanent death, and the enemy is in a totally different power level than the characters. So if you mess up, your character will die and will remain dead.
Oh man,
That's not good for Shrimp. I'm gonna mess up a lot.
So are there, as your characters are going, Nibbler asks, this fits in here, do we as players make those gameplay changing choices?
Not really. We would have liked to implement a branching storyline, but unfortunately it's not possible for us because of budget constraints mostly. And but depending on who is alive and who is dead, you will get to see slight variations to the way the story is told. You will see the story told through different eyes, and the characters you play as, each one has his or her own defined background, personality, likes and dislikes. For example, when a character examines an item he or she encounters in one of the levels, depending on who he or she is, he will say different things about it and know different things about it. For example, we have in the first chapter a girl which is an alarms technician, and is sent to that house you saw in the trailer is a writer's house, because the power has gone off, and the alarm has, of course, also gone off. So she sent her to find out what happened and restore the power, for example, and she knows about electricity. So if she finds an electricity-based puzzle, she will know things that the others don't. And there's also a house employee, an employee of the house, is a 50 or so age man, which knows more about the house than any of the others because he lives there. He just is coming home from a family-related trip. And the characters also have varying traits. Each of them has one unique ability. It's a small thing, but they will have one unique ability to differentiate them, and also they have a few parameters that are different. For example, not all the characters are equally physically strong. They're not equally brave, and they're not equally stealthy or fast. So these traits will make the experience of playing each character at least slightly different, I think.
Yeah, so as you're playing through, you're going to play as different characters and have different feelings go along with each section.
You think that it's okay that you may like some, dislike some. I mean, it's not it's a horror game at its core. I mean, the characters will be as developed as we can, but we will. They're one of our main focuses, so we're going to try to give them as much depth as we humanly can, because, well, they're like our children now.
Yeah. They're terrifying, scary children.
There was a really good question too. I feel like I'm kind of shocked we didn't ask in the beginning. But it's from Dazu. I'm gonna call him D, or her, D. What drew you into the horror genre?
The fact that we grew up playing horror games. And lately we have stopped getting scared by them. in the last few years. We wanted to make, first of all, we wanted to make a game that we could make because we are now a 3.5 man team. We are 3 people plus the sound composer who works externally for us, and we wanted to make a game that we could realistically make. And because we love the horror genre, we wanted to make the game that would scare us. And we think, at the same time, we wanted to try and recover the sensation of old school classics, such as, you know, all the old Resident Evil, Silent Hills, Alone in the Darks. We feel that the genre has branched into two different pathways, so to speak. There's the first-person school, and the third-person school has turned more into action games than anything else. We don't think that there are many games being made that portray horror with a cinematic approach that is given by third-person automatic cameras, which you don't have any control over the cameras, and that are more based on terror rather than in shooting or butchery or anything like that. One notable exception is Until Dawn, which we loved. We played and we loved it. And
I played that one too. That one was satisfying when somebody you didn't like died.
Yeah, that's true.
You get stuck, guy that I didn't like.
What were you thinking about, Emily?
The what?
Who were you thinking about, Emily?
I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. They need to go play it because
Oh,
Go play
I
it now.
spoil enough things. I'm gonna let it go. It was Until Dawn was one of those games. And not to go off track, but that's kind of what we do. Until Dawn was one of those games where I did not care about their stupid teenage life because I'm an adult and a little drama. I was like, good, you deserved that. And then I was like, it was fun though. I liked it. It sucked at the end, and I was like, I gotta play this game. I loved how they had different characters and stuff. So as you're talking, I'm like, oh, this sounds a lot like other games that I've played, but also unique in its own way. So I'm very excited to try your version of your horror game. I'm gonna have to play it because I'm intrigued by it. It's gonna be fun, I think. I'm excited.
oh, thank you. Another of our, the first and main focus of our game is the story. We wrote the story before we even started developing the game. The only thing that we wanted to know, the only thing that we knew once we had the story is that we wanted to make a old school style horror game. Full stop. We designed the game so that it would fit that story instead of the opposite.
That's really good because a lot of times, somebody will make a game and you can see where they tried to continue the story, but then like whatever you're doing in the game just doesn't quite make sense to it. So I like that you guys are really making sure that the story is very important to continuing what's going on in the game. She's like, well, no, we need to do this in order to make this make sense in the story for this character to move around. And I mean, when you're doing a game, it's so different from writing a book or watching a movie or making a comic even, because you can just be like, yeah, here it is. This is how they did it. Cutscene, switched over, it's done. And then sometimes in a game, you're like, well, how did they get to that place? What did they have to do? Figure all those little things. I can only imagine it's
indeed, it's going to be hard, and we hope we hope we can link the story pieces in a way that makes sense. Because we worked hard on the story, and it would be a shame that we didn't make it in the end. We will make it a good one that made sense. And
Thank you for following.
we are going to try to have between each pair of chapters there will be a connecting cutscene. We're going to have them vary slightly depending on who makes it, who doesn't, who you pick and who you don't pick. For example, if you pick a character, let's say in the first chapter you pick one character and finish the chapter, the others didn't really go there. You could have picked them, you didn't, so they didn't really get there. So They will have to be put in some other way in case they have a chance to reappear. And we're thinking hard about it, and I hope what we do makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean, when you have that many different characters into it, say like this one character survives like the entire time, how does that affect the other like 10 characters? And then how does that affect them when that character's died versus this character? I can only imagine you guys have like a spider web going on with like, well, this line goes to this guy, this one does this, trying to
it's a bit
make
like
your
that,
lines connect.
the main plot line is always the same.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have the resources to branch it.
Yeah.
But some of the characters, well, not all have the same relevance within the plot. Some are quite important. Some are not really expendable, but maybe a bit expendable. So
now I'm gonna figure out how important are you?
Well, if they don't make it, shit happens.
I like
Sorry,
that.
not sorry.
It happens. That's great. I can't wait to play this. It's gonna be so fun.
Carlos,
I'm gonna try to figure out which character that is too.
We have another question from Nibbler, which I think is a really great question for kind of what's happening right now. Is it like amazing just thinking about this idea that you guys had in your mind and now it's a reality? And then now you're hearing everyone talk about, oh my gosh, this game, like, can't wait to play it. Looks great. Like, how is that? Is that amazing?
It's the best and scariest thing that I think has ever happened to us. I mean, wow, there's all these people commenting and talking and liking and disliking this thing that we created. And, being able to generate these opinions, it means that you did something. You tried. You did your best. And when the game comes out, some people are gonna like it, some people are not going to like it, and it's okay. But the fact that they like it and dislike it and give you their reasons or their lack of reasons, it's flattering, because I mean, if that happens, it means that we made it, and well, we bet quite hard. We, for example, I quit my job in order to make this, and my friend Ignacio, who couldn't be here today, he's an architect. He didn't pursue opportunities in his field. We are putting everything we have into this game. If we make it, we did it. That's our dream. We have wanted to make that game since we were in high school. So, well, it's scary, but we're going for it.
I think that's so exciting, and that's something that I've never really thought about. I've always envisioned everyone's gonna judge me right now. It's okay. Judgments are accepted right now.
We don't judge at the nation. Come on, they love you.
The only thing,
although you followed only a couple months ago. Anyway,
there's been so many things in like my gaming career that I've got to do that have been things that I just couldn't have dreamed of. There's one more thing that has not happened that I'm like dreaming about is have a character modeled after me.
Oh, that's not. I think that's awesome.
I mean, I'm sexy.
How many of you guys in chat would love to have a character modeled after you to put in a game? Throw up a heart.
Yes.
Give me a heart emote if that's something you want to do. And welcome to the nation for those couple of follows just came through. Apologies that we did not recognize you, but we love you all. Thank you for following, and welcome to the nation, the most dedicated nation on Twitch. Throw up your hearts if you would love to have yourself modeled into a game.
Me. I feel so much better.
Look at that. Come on. All of us would love that.
I hope, there's things that have just far exceeded my expectation, things I never thought I'd do, so I'm going to keep telling myself it's going to happen. And it will.
Well, when we launched our Kickstarter campaigns, one of the, these big tier rewards was exactly that.
That's so sick.
A character modeled after the people who backed it at that tier.
Nice.
They had two backers at that tier, but unfortunately,
Do you know
we
what,
didn't.
Carlos?
We would have loved to model some people who backed us.
Well,
Carlos,
Carlos,
I was
if
gonna
you
say,
guys are
the
thinking
next
about
time.
making more horror games, which Nibbler wants to know if this game does well, are you thinking about making more? But if you are thinking about making more, I'm here.
Carlos,
Thank you
what
very
we'll
much.
do,
I can scream really well.
we will make this promise to you right now. If you guys decide to do another crowdfunding campaign, we will offer up Holly as an incentive for
Oh gosh.
you to model into the game. That
Does
means
that mean I need to show the mic?
Holly
Is the mic
will. Yeah, show the mic. Holly will be.
How can we not make it?
incentives.
Is that?
So everybody who's a fan of Holly, everybody who loves Holly,
Oh gosh.
if they do another crowdfunding, Holly's going to be an incentive. That means you back this game, you get Holly into the game. All right? We have just made the promise. We've
I
made
want
the
that too,
connection.
and we could see who gets in the game first.
Oh, now it's a
Holly
challenge.
Ann.
But be warned, being in the game means that you can suffer with a horrible death.
That's fine.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
okay
down.
with that.
As long as I
You know
look
what?
sexy doing
I would
it.
just be stoked to
You
be
know what
Bring
that
it.
means, you guys? You guys get to kill Holly and Tiff, right? You get to just
Yeah, or you
plummet
could just
them
hate
to
us
death.
and
Yeah.
just kill us both. That could
or
also
keep them
be.
Or we
alive.
could
You're
kill
right,
each other.
Murder. You're right. Or keep them alive.
Or keep us alive, whichever. You could just.
Yeah, I think it's quite easier to have anyone die than to keep him or her alive. That's for sure.
Can I be the most annoying character before I die, though? Just
Okay.
Of
the
course.
one who was
So,
finally.
this is like so freaking off topic. Like, I know we're talking horror games. This is a snowboarding game, but I'm bringing it up. SSX
Are you
Tricky.
SSX tricky?
The girl with the big boobs. My dad and I call her Jughead. She is so annoying.
Why?
She's
why
like,
are we
"Okay,
bringing her up
guys."
now?
Going down the hill. Okay.
Why are we
It's
bringing
like,
her up now?
I want to be the character that dies, but then I come back as a ghost and I continue to be annoying.
I
And
want to
you
be
have
the.
to find a way to truly kill me. So you have to find like a secret
Ooh.
book or something to like really put me away.
I
Nah,
think this is
wait.
a
So I
great...
want to turn evil, basically. I want to be a bad guy.
You want to be
so-
a bad guy.
I want to be
I-
a
I-
ghost that comes
I wanna
back
be
to
a-
life, but you have to find the little piece that matches into my necklace that my ghost is wearing.
Oh wow.
We're basically
She's
making
got
a
a whole
game.
storyline
And
already.
then I come to life and sparkles
We've
are
thought
glowing.
about this in our cast.
Okay, if we make a ghost story, we'll seriously consider you girl.
I think this is a great time to transition into our topic for the evening.
Wait, one more thing.
Oh,
I'm pale enough. I'm pale enough to be a ghost. I had to say that.
go ahead, Tiff.
I have another question because Richard Cook is here and he
Oh,
wants to
Richard
know
Cook is
how
here.
big is your development team? 'Cause
Richard
he is
Cook, stick
also-
your head in and ask your own question.
Come here and ask your own
well-
question.
You said how big was the development team?
Here, ask your own
Hold on, Richard's gonna ask the question.
Okay.
Hello,
Welcome,
how's
Rich.
it going?
Hi.
Ask the question.
Nice headset.
Fellow developer. So I just want to know how big your development team was on the game.
Well, up until now, we've been developing the game for about a year, and
Mhm.
we've been 4 people. 2 artists, me, that I am the programmer, and a composer who works with us when we need it. It's not he's not with us every day.
Mhm.
Every day we have been 3,
Yeah.
basically.
You guys all work remotely?
No, we work at the same office. I think
Oh, okay.
that's one key
Very
aspect
cool.
Hmm.
of development. If you each
Yeah,
work in your own home, we believe that you will go a lot slower if you go at
Mhm.
all. And
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I experienced that before. it's no
And,
fun trying to communicate
no.
over a continent or states.
indeed, we have now because we signed the contract with a publisher.
Mhm.
They're helping us by
That's awesome.
signing in some interns to help us, about 4 or 5 of them, that will help
Wow.
us
Very cool.
in order for it to, because the game, if we didn't have this help, the game maybe would take will take 2 more years to get finished. With this
Mhm.
help, maybe we can cut it to one and a bit, and so we're gonna be 8 maybe.
That's great. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. So of course.
Well, wouldn't that be cool, guys? If you guys could be like asking your question, then you just like pop it in the camera, like, "Hey, let me ask," instead of having to type it in chat. You never know. Maybe 10 years from now.
Never know. There is an add-on
I don't know
for
what
that.
just happened. I have no idea what's going on.
All right, so
It was good.
thank you, Nibbler, for that great modding that you're doing. Keep it up. We're going to move on to our next topic for the evening. And Carlos, the way that this works is, this portion of the show, this segment is our hot topics. What we do is we pick a topic that we discuss amongst ourselves, including our guest, and you guys in chat. Something that's going on in the industry, something that could be newsworthy, or something that just really gets your dander up, makes your cackles go up, pisses you off, whatever the case may be, in a roundtable format, hence Ladies of the Roundtable. So if you're new to the channel, please be kind, use the hashtag to get involved in the conversation, follow the chat rules, and please don't troll, because trolls will get eaten for breakfast. There's a ban hammer here for a reason. Mods are in the channel. Have a great time. All right, so Holly, take it away.
So I think this topic's great, but I also picked it because you're here, Carlos. I tried to kind of like stick with the theme, which I thought was like very clever. We're going to talk about the Killing Children mod in Fallout. So I do not play Fallout, so this was like new for me to read about. But the second,
wait, side note, should I just put Chris on?
Probably should.
Pass my mic around to everybody in the house because
yeah.
Talk about it.
You want to talk about Fallout?
So this Killing Children mod, we just posted the link in chat. I did not know this was a thing until I read the article on Kotaku. So this mod was released in 2008, and since then it's been downloaded 150,000 times by PC players, and now it's in Fallout 4. And apparently this mod has a very specific history within like the fandom of Fallout. So back when Fallout 3 was released, there was drama that surrounded children in the game. So apparently older Fallout games let players murder children if they wanted to. But there was also like a negative reputation that kind of went along with it, that you could earn while doing that. So Fallout 3 left that feature out of the game. And this was on Bethesda's part, obviously. But a lot of hardcore Fallout players were pissed because they're like, this is part of the game. But then it also begs the question of, why would we want to kill children? So judging from the comments, there are a few things that are kind of going on here. I'm going to read you guys some of these comments. Oh, yes. Remember the good times when we could have and sell slaves and blow up entire towns? And not this crappy Disney version. I can't wait for the new release. Next comment. I hate this politically correctedness limitation of no killing children on screen.
Oh.
Another comment was 3 days and this mod could not be more needed. The next comment, nice mod. Will there be a version with full gore? Now, it is important for those of you who don't play Fallout like myself. Fallout is set in a post-apocalyptic world, so you are running around rampant murder, people stealing babies from their mother. I mean, there's stuff going on, and it's terrible. If you look at how terrible the world is today, this isn't really like a far off thought. But a lot of people are pushing back on this, and they're saying it's a little too much. So regardless, people have chosen to download and install this mod, but it is one of the most controversial features of the whole Fallout universe. So I want to know what you guys think of this mod, and if you think it's too far or not too far. There's some videos online, just warning, like you don't like gore stuff and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't recommend watching the videos. Gore does not bother me. Obviously, I'm an ex-pro FPS gamer. I shoot people. But I do work with kids. So the kid thing is a little much for me. I'm just going to be real. And it was very gory, like chainsaws in children's faces. Like to me, a little much. What do you think about this, Carlo?
From a purely role-playing purpose, I think the fact that children can be killed doesn't have to be necessarily negative. I mean, if we are talking about normal, sane people here, no one in their right mind wants to kill a child. Maybe if I'm a Fallout hero, I mean, I haven't played Fallout 4, okay? So maybe I'm talking out of my ass. But if children can be killed, then I need to be extra careful not to kill them. But we have seen children dying. A lot of post-apocalyptic media, such for example, The Walking Dead. I mean, I don't think it is. It should be a taboo, because if you want to realistically portray what it is like to be caught in a post-apocalyptic world, the horror of it, should permeate everything, as to not, break the suspension of disbelief. That said, I think if children can die, or if elderly people, or just about anyone, if they have to die, let's try to do it in not stupid ways, fountains of blood and that nonsense that I think. It's not that gore bothers me. It's just stupid to recreate in the death of anything, unless the game is designed with that comic approach in mind. In which case, okay.
Totally. I think you hit it right on because that's kind of exactly what's kind of like the inner turmoil that was going inside of me. Like, okay, well, it is a post-apocalyptic world, and we have to remember this was something that Bethesda pushed back on. It's a mod in the game, so it's not like something that's like part of your storyline or whatever.
Yeah, you kind of have to go out of your way to go get it.
Yeah, so it's that should also be should be noted. And people's comments, it's the internet. People's comments are always going to be a little cray. So I think you brought up a lot of good points. What do you think about this, Shriv?
As a parent, I find some of it distasteful if it's a gory, graphic act of killing a child. That being said, as a gamer, adult gamer, they can make an adult choice whether I want to go get this mod and add it to my game or not. I say the freedom to create should be there for those who want to play their game this way. That also includes if you want to stream this way and have that mod in your game, i.e. doesn't mean Twitch rules will allow you to play it or not, or wherever you're streaming to, but everyone has the right to watch what they want to watch as an adult. Now, some of you aren't adult, so how do you make that choice, and how's that distinction made? It's very difficult to draw the line on internet in itself. So again, it's a double-edged sword, because we cannot control every content that everyone consumes or creates. Internet is not regulated, so it makes things very difficult. But as a community, as a culture, these things are pretty prevalent. It's all about how you digest it and what you do with it after you digest it. Are you spreading hatred? Are you spreading negativity? Are you absorbing it and taking it in a negative manner? Or are you looking at it as a game? Some people can't handle that for mental reasons. Some people can. So it is very dangerous. And it's just something that I think everyone should be cognizant of and pay attention to what you can digest and tolerate. And as a parent, monitor your kids' gameplay. Simple as that. I'll throw it to Tiff.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting mod. I'm sure there's ones out there that are a little bit more grotesque. But as we've learned earlier, I hate children in video games because they're usually creepy.
It's like, bring on the killing of the children!
I'm like, get it away from me! I just want to kill it.
It's creepy.
Now, if they were like a natural part of the game, I would probably just like run away from them. And if I did have to kill them, I would probably still run and just like...
You're like, I don't want to say that.
Yeah, like I mean,
She's running from them, shooting backwards. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I feel like as a person that understands like the difference between reality and video games, I'd be like, okay, it's just a game, whatever, blah blah blah, just kill it, you know. But as it being a mod to the game, I think that's a really interesting thing for people to request. I mean, I get it if something was in an older game and that was just something that, you know, was, hey, it's post-apocalyptic. There's gonna be children around.
Right.
Can't all be adults. If there's just adults, it's the most boring apocalyptic universe ever, and I don't want to live there. Unless everyone, for whatever reason, came out and was all sterile. I guess that's the new Fallout story. That's why they stole your baby. That kind of makes sense if you sit there and think about it. Because, Chris, have you run into anybody with children with Fallout, like babies? Nobody with babies, right? No pregnant ladies? See, he's taking too long to think. He hasn't run into any. No. No. No, yeah, that's what we're talking about. It was in previous Fallouts, but then there's a mod for Fallout where you can kill children.
We're ad-libbing from Chris from across the room, guys. Stay tuned. Breaking news
This is
from Captain
pretty incredible.
So then, okay, so Chris says in Fallout 4 they actually wrote in abducting children as part of the story.
So
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
Reese is the person that's furthest in Fallout 4.
Obviously,
If you could
that's what I was
confirm
just saying, but you're over there and you're not
that,
over here.
You're
So
abducting children in this
talk about
game,
Fallout.
or have you yet? If you've played Fallout 4, we want to know. Have you seen any
Well,
kids?
your baby gets stolen. That's the
Oh,
only
your
baby that
baby,
I've
okay.
seen. It's like you have a baby and they steal it. Like there's other things that lead to it, but I've played it. Chris has. So if
Okay,
y'all want to learn
gotcha.
about Fallout, go hang out with him for a couple hours. But I mean,
Or
like
300.
it's or 460,
Yeah.
whichever.
60.
The number is
Yes.
higher every
Yeah.
week. We're just gonna have a
Reese says there's
ticker.
hardly
So
any
like,
kids. Okay.
like every Friday, there's a Chris Fallout
That would be
update.
so great.
yeah, every Friday.
Chris,
there
what's
is
your
this
hours
Fallout
at?
update.
Redbeard Fallout hour update.
Yeah, every Friday. I'll give you the up to the minute on the clock updates on how long Chris has been playing Fallout. He's checking. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I don't need a mod.
Utterly randoms
Or
in the
if it happened
chat.
to be in the
It's about
game,
to
it would
blow
be in
up.
the game. I would understand a post-apocalyptic world having children in it and then killing them. I get that. If they were mutant babies, yeah, I'd want to kill them because they would be terrifying mutant babies. That's one thing. If it's like a regular little kid just like mind his own business, I'm not gonna go up and shoot him in the face. That'd be stupid. Like that'd be really mean.
So, guys, you've learned a couple of things here in this little bit of time with us in Fallout 4. A, Tiff hates kids, creepy kids in games. She'll shoot
don't
them,
like them.
shoot them in
They're
the
so
face.
creepy.
That's a quote, right? If it's
Don't
creepy, they're going down.
If it's
She's
creepy, I'm gonna
unload the
shoot it.
mag and
Or
just
trade the game back
be
in.
done. 2, Shrimp doesn't play those kind of games because they creep me out.
Her as a child.
Chris is up to 474 hours on Fallout 4.
Welcome, Super Saiyan 27 to the nation, the most
Crazy.
dedicated nation on Twitch. We thank you for being here. 19 people in chat. 19 people in chat. You know what that means? One more person and we start those giveaways.
Can I tell you guys what Tiff wrote? So we have notes that we have so that we stay on track and everything.
Did I write
Tiff
something?
wrote some underneath my topic, and she just answered. She wrote, quote, "Some people are just psychos." End quote.
Awesome. Just in case you didn't know.
And there's that too. That's the other thing is some people are just crazy and they actually know how to mod stuff. And they're like, you know what I feel like doing today? Killing children because they're a psychopath. And so they've created that. That's another timeline in the universe.
Tiff, I already decided this is happening for your character for Carlos's next game. You're gonna
come
be
back
a
as a
child.
child.
You're going
I
to be the
come back
creepy kid.
Can I be a child?
You're gonna be the
Can I
creepy
die as
Tiff
an
child.
adult and come back as a creepy
creepy
child?
kid. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can accidentally crawl into the oven or something, and then
Oh my goodness.
It's
Creepy kid. Fall down the
Cookie.
steps. That's amazing.
You can't interject anymore because you don't know what the conversation is. It's not
Alright.
all about Fallout.
So salty today, says Viper. Okay.
Flavors.
Interesting. You know, I don't have Fallout. How many people in the chat have Fallout, the new Fallout? If you do, throw up the number 2. If you got Fallout,
Carlos,
throw it up, number 2.
you're primarily a PC gamer, right? That's why I'm assuming that's why you guys were thinking, okay, PC, and then obviously have it for other platforms.
Well, yes. Lately, yes, because I can afford the new consoles yet. But
Well, hey, PC gamer, PC master race, right here.
PC has and I think always will be my primary gaming platform.
Yes.
Colleen just really wants you to hear you say
You
that.
heard it here in the chat. We got
She
one
likes
more
that.
for the PC.
One more
race.
PC. I am now middle of the road neutral because now that Plants vs. Zombies 2 is in beta, I've been on the console. Black Ops, I've been on the console.
Play
Destiny,
Black Ops on PC.
I've been on the console because I've been playing with the Junior Achiever, Molly Squid. I have yet to find something that has drawn me back to the PC. Not that I don't love the PC playing. Smite has drawn me back to the
I'm right
PC.
here.
Somebody else is reading up my
Right
WoW
here.
subscription.
Holly, we gotta find something we can play together.
Counter-Strike.
Rocket League,
Play
Barf.
WoW with me.
Let me tell you, Molly Squid has gotten into CSGO, and there might be an intervention. I might have to call some ladies of the round table to save her.
Well, I'm not the person to call.
Teach her,
Not
teach
me.
her the ways, because she's pretty good at the FPS. But I need her to be guided by the light, not the dark side. Okay, so
Okay, I am the light of CS:GO.
she needs to have a little bit of humility and not teabag everybody in the game because you headshot somebody.
They
That's
still do
not the
that.
way.
People still do that. I was playing Halo the other day, and I was like, did I just get teabagged?
Yes.
Every day.
Somebody do that to me? Like, I haven't seen that happen in a really long time.
It's coming back. It's coming
I've
back.
noticed. No, I started doing it back. I was like, suck it. Got it.
I'll just do it too.
I don't think I've ever teabagged someone in 13 years ever.
Hi, Dragon.
Oh,
I have
man.
a really good heart.
Pink says she still teabags people. All right, good to know, Pink. Not gonna lie. All right, so I'm gonna move over
It's
to
probably her. It's probably
my
teabagging.
topic for this evening. We need a Lord team for Destiny, right? We just need Shabazz to get higher to level 13 in Destiny under Titan. But anyway, I digress.
Gotta restart that Destiny.
My next topic is gonna be thrown over to Tiff, because Tiff's going to tell us exactly what's going on in the retail world this week and coming up. So she's got the lowdown, and we're going to call this segment, what are we going to call it, Tiff? We're going to call it something epic for retail.
Game start.
Press play.
Instead of GameStop, get it? Game start.
No, because we
Totally kidding,
we
guys.
can't say any store names because they're not sponsoring us. We'll call it Press
That's
Play
true.
right now, just until we come
Press
up with
play
a
is
better
cute.
name.
That's really
Yeah,
cute.
for now. For
For
now,
now.
it'll be press play.
At the
Uh,
Reg with Tiff.
Well, if you weren't here in pre-show, The Division finally has a beta. It is the 28th for Xbox players, the 29th for PC and
Schedule.
PS4, and it's only going on for the weekend, and it ends on the 31st. So if you have any weekend plans that week, you might want to cancel them, unless you're going to PAX like I am, and then you probably don't want to
PAX,
cancel that
which
plan.
one?
The boss
PAX
over there
South.
PAX
wants me to
South.
thank you for
It's gonna be
supporting
so
the
fun.
So
organization.
literally
So,
2 weeks from
thanks.
today.
2
For
weeks from
PC,
today,
which
they will
is
start.
all I
Now,
care.
in order to get the beta, you do have to pre-order the game. So go to your favorite retailer, pre-order it. They'll give you a code. You then register on the website. I haven't checked the website to see if you can get into the beta without pre-ordering it, but I'm sure they have some kind of thing going on with that too. There's more information on thedivisiongame.com. As far as other releases, The Division's kind of the biggest thing that's going to be coming out right now, but we also have, for you anime fans, Naruto. There's a new Naruto
yes, I
game
saw that.
out. Plants vs. Zombies 2, Garden Warfare. That's going to be amazing. What was the next one? Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 is going to be coming out. That got pushed back, but it only about like a month or so. But it's still going to be coming out within the next 3 months.
What's the
So you
one
got-
with the dragons? You get to play with it's the dragons.
Oh.
with
Do you mean Ark?
No, there's one that specifically you control a dragon. He fights with you. It scales something or something like.
Scalebound?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll be out
Yeah.
too. But I haven't researched that one too much, so I'm not quite sure what's more on that one. Oh, and if you're into Lego Dimensions, the Ghostbuster World comes out in exactly
Ooh,
4 days.
I need a Wii U.
But if you want the some of the characters, some of them don't come out until actually March. So I know a lot of people are really looking forward to the Lego Dimensions Ghostbusters, and they're gonna have a little Slimer and a Stay Puft and like all kinds of characters.
I need
Those are
a
gonna be
few.
awesome. I'm probably gonna have to collect those just to have them anyway, even if I don't have the game, because they're gonna be pretty awesome.
What platform is that on? Is Lego Dimensions on?
Lego Dimensions is everything except for PC and 3DS. It's not on 3DS either.
I'm gonna have to get
So,
Dimensions.
but I can get it for PS4.
Yep.
Or the Wii.
Yep. Wii U.
Okay, I don't have a Wii U.
I need the Wii U. I need it.
So PS4. I really want it. I really do.
I do too. It's been going on and off sale the past couple of months because it's been it's the starter pack's actually $99.
Really?
Oh!
What?
Yeah, the starter pack for Lego
That's out-
Dimensions
that's pretty
is
good.
$99.
$99?
It's 99. Yep. Now you have to keep in mind this is a Lego set as well, so you are building the portal, you're building up the characters, you're putting all of the pieces together
For
it. So you
Lego,
have
that's
more
pretty
stuff.
good. For licensed
So
Lego,
if you're looking for
Almost have
$60 for the game plus the portal and then the Lego pieces. I mean, you're only paying like $30 for the Lego pieces. It's
yes,
not too
Holly's
bad.
stroking out.
But you can find it on sale. It's been going on and off sale for around $75.
Counter-Strike Go is $14 on Steam. Okay.
But
Can
there's
I
not
get
no
a
Counter-Strike
Lego
Go,
figurines
$14.
to go
There you
with
go.
it. Now, I will say something that I like about the Lego Dimensions is if you are into the interactive game figure games like Skylanders and Disney Infinity, there's not a new freaking portal every time the game comes out. Lego
Dragon
Dimensions
said he
has that.
jumped and peed a little when you said $99.
Okay, thank you. I'm not the only one dying over here. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was really bummed out when I saw that it was also $99.
Sheesh.
Why I don't have it. So if somebody would like to send it to me, I will.
Yeah,
absolutely
by the
send it.
way, my birthday's next month, February 21st. Holla at ya, girl. Lego Dimensions.
Holler, yeah, holler. We're gonna start a countdown collection for Holly to have Lego Dimensions. By the way,
Please don't get it for me. I would literally have a heart attack if I saw you sent me that. I'd be like, no, you should not have bought that for that
Nibbler
price.
is asking when, what game? I can talk. What game did you say? When is what coming out? The Division. When he wants the date? Did you say there's a date?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Date
okay,
on the
'cause he missed that.
no, that's the beta. The Division comes out March 8th. March 8th. So they have a whole month in
Oh,
between
Mr. J, happy birthday.
the beta. Well, 29 days this year. So
Hey, Shriv, we're at 20.
We are at 20, and Mr. J's birthday is in 3 days, so everybody give Mr. J a happy birthday. Holly's gonna sing to you right now.
To you.
Sing it, Holly.
Happy birthday, oh Mr. J. Here's my mic that you can see.
Oh, Mr. J, you get to see the mic.
oh, just the tip, Holly, just the tip.
Oh, Mr. J, that was just for you. All right, so you guys keep it rolling.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
set
Far
up the
Cry
giveaway.
Primal's coming out too. If you want to play more with some elephants, except they're hairy elephants, they're mammoths.
That's
And instead of
kinda
regular
gross.
tigers, they're
I
saber
love
tigers. It's
mammoths.
gonna be pretty great. I'm actually kind of excited about Far Cry Primal.
All right, so I am setting up the giveaway. We got 20. Well, we had 20. Now we got 19. But I'm going to do it anyway. So you can see right there what we have. We've got some Dragonfin Soup, some Surgeon Simulator, and I Am Bread. That's a combo. Then we also have the World of Tanks, courtesy of Holly Ann, with 100K in-game cash. So be sure to get ready to, if you didn't hit that follow button, do it now because you will not be able to enter and qualify. Remember, the raffle command, once I say go, is going to be !waffles. That means, mods, you are exempt from this giveaway because we have giveaways for you, so don't try to enter because you won't be qualifying. This is for followers and subs only, so alright, there we go.
Prepare your bodies for the spinny thing.
Spinny thingy!
No, the spinny thingy is not there because I have to put it back into the overlay. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No spinny thingy
Just
for you.
prepare your
then.
bodies still, though.
Just spin
Hit
your mic, Holly.
waffles there. Hit your waffles. Thank you so much. So, Carlos, a couple people are asking if the game has a playable demo, and if it does, where can they find it?
Okay, give me a second and I'll link it to you, okay?
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Who's excited? I'm excited.
While we're doing the waffles, everybody, !waffles. You got some time. Go ahead and throw them in there.
What do you think Rooster Teeth criticism on Jeff?
Gert.
Kurtzman's review on Fallout 4.
I don't even know who that is, so I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Do you have a link for that? Because we don't know what you're talking about, my friend, but we would love... Entries have stopped on the giveaway, guys, so you can no longer enter, but thank you so much for entering, and I will pick a winner in a few minutes here.
Yes,
congrats, Nibbler, for being our mom.
While we're doing this, we have a couple more chat questions also for Carlos.
Sure.
Is this a free roam game, like free roam in the building, or is it linear, like a set path that characters take? This is by Murderous Nibbler.
Could you please repeat? The sound did something strange for me.
Of course. It's probably my huge mic. I will repeat. So is this a free roam game? Like you can free roam around in the building, or is it like a linear, like a set path characters take?
The storyline is linear. I mean, each chapter takes place in a different location, and you visit these chapters in order. But within each one of the chapters, you have a place to explore, and it's not entirely linear. I mean, there are some parts that, well, okay, if you need to, for example, there's something very simple. You need to open the door, you need to get the key, then open the door. But barring that, there's a certain amount of freedom. It's not really a free roam open world game. No, it's fairly limited in that regard. But it's not 100% linear either. There will be some, things that you can do in one order or the other, but things like that. The game itself, yes, it is linear in general.
And wow, I can't talk. Will there be DLC? Or are you going to actually release a full game, unlike other companies that shall not be mentioned here?
Yes, we are going to release a full game, period.
I added that on. That was not part of his question, but
when we release the game, we might add an extra optional chapter.
That's cool.
Just after we release the game, after everything is working properly, we may add an additional chapter. Maybe for $2 or $3 or something. Maybe it's something reasonable. But it's not sure. We might do it. We might, if the people want it, or it depends. But if we release any DLC, it will be that kind of DLC. Just the game finished, not something that we included in the game, but we don't give access to it unless you buy the DLC. That bullshit.
Yes.
So guys, I just want to ask Carlos before I put this link out for the playable demo. Carlos, this is the link that you want to share with the chat for everyone. They can go to the playable demo, download it, and give you feedback.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to make sure we put it out there. So, guys,
one word,
it's
the
coming.
demo is a bit outdated and a bit buggy, but the last one we uploaded. And well, it's okay. There shouldn't be any real problems. You might encounter some bugs, but they're not very
So be a great
common.
gamer and give them feedback on the bugs and the content, because that's what they want from you. All right.
But also understand the game is not released yet. So when you're making comments about bugs, it's super annoying to be like nitpicky, like the game's out. That has been driving me crazy about DayZ. Like people are making I'm like, it's in alpha. Like you're acting like the game should be like it's an alpha. So
yeah, I wish more people understood the difference between alpha, beta, and actual game.
The demo. Well, I see the demo is outdated. There are a ton of issues in that demo that are in our current state. They are already solved. Some aren't. So if anyone finds anything and wants to comment and wants to tell us, we're grateful because it's always helpful.
So the demo is playable for PC only? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's PC Windows only. Yes.
All right, PC Windows only. Windows 10?
It should work.
what can you game on
It
Windows
should
10?
work. The Unreal Engine, as far as we know, is not yet fully compatible with Windows 10, but as far as our tests go, it has worked in Windows 10 without issue. So, in theory, yes, you should be able to run it in Windows 10.
So guys, be a great community member, a member of the nation, and go follow Songs of Horror on their social media, which we've been posting all night long. The ladies will be posting that up in channel for you one more time, so you can go to the Facebook, to the website, and to the Twitter. Again, this has been Ladies of the Roundtable, episode 83, and you can, if you are listening to this on your audio and you want to watch it on the video, go over to YouTube. For those of you who have not been able to watch and you want to catch our past shows, go over to YouTube as well. And don't forget, you sub to the channel, you support our scholarship foundation for girls in tech, or women in STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, and what else do we add, Tiff? We add an A for
arts
and mathematics. Alright guys, so this has been LORT Live, signing off. We're going to do what we always do in the evening before we leave the show. We're going to do what, Holly?
Dance it out.
Dance it out, right? We have no
Hashtag
music, but
prepare
we're going to
your
do it anyway. So, let's do the thing. Go ahead, guys. Dance it out. Look at that. Carlos got moves. Dance it out. Everybody in the chat, you dance it out too. And I will see you Saturday for Team Faces. Carlos got a hat. Look at Carlos.
Oh, man.
So good.
Don't forget to catch our other streamers on our LORT Nation stream team Monday through Friday and Saturday, Sunday, 24 hours a day. I think we got Snark coming up and Reese this weekend. So support your stream team members. Have a good night.